Oh. Good evening, everybody. It's your girl, Miss Ehi, coming live from Mobile, Alabama. I'm so excited to be coming to you tonight again with my guy, Chef Big A. Listen, it's going to be a really, really dope episode. We got some more guests coming too. The weather got us a little bit behind and they're traveling, so they had to wait till the lightning to stop, but they are coming. We got Chef JJ on the way, and we got Jonathan Pep Wesley on the way as well. So do not leave. Wherever you're watching, we really appreciate it. If you're going to come back and listen tomorrow, don't forget to catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Google Podcasts, Journey with Trish Podcast. All right? Go ahead and give me my medical disclaimer. And nothing I say tonight is going to be any type of medical or psychiatric advice. If you're having any type of emergency, I would defer you to your primary care provider or your nearest emergency room. All right. So our topic tonight is going to be boys to men, and we're going to mix that up with the little chicken and sausage gumbo.
Seafood gumbo.
Seafood. So it is seafood gumbo.
Yes, I
so
actually
it's
got
just
right there.
All kind of meat gumbo.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a Creole gumbo.
It's a Creole gumbo.
I want to call it seafood because seafood gumbo got strictly seafood. Okay. So Creole gumbo got shredded chicken and do it sausage and shrimp. Throw some snow crabs in there as well.
Okay. Which camera am I looking at? Both of them? Look at that one. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and get started with the cooking, and you can talk your way through it, and then in the midst of it, I'm just gonna interrupt and ask you some questions about, going from a boy to a man. You said nothing is off limits. Right?
No, you can roll with it,
Okay.
Yeah, you can roll with it.
So the most important question that I always want to know, first of all, I know you have the baby.
Yes, the girl. She is about to be 10 months.
Okay.
She's about to be 10 months.
And what's her name?
Azaria.
She is so beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, how many children do you have?
7 altogether.
How old is the oldest?
17.
Okay, so you've been parenting for a minute.
Yes, for a long time.
How many boys do you have?
I have 5 total.
You have 5 boys.
Correct.
Wow. The oldest one is 17.
The oldest is 17. The youngest is 6.
How interesting is it raising a young man right now in Mobile, Alabama, with all that's going on in the area?
It's interesting. There's a lot of weird influences out, but you just got to keep them straight and narrow. You got to instill morals in them and make sure they have a lot of self-respect. So,
keep them busy?
Got to keep them busy.
Mm-hmm. Did you grow up down here? I know you're from New York. You grew up where?
I grew up down here. I've been down here for 26 years now.
Okay, so kind of like me. You've been here long enough to just be from here.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Correct.
So how was life for you growing up? How different do you think it is growing up in Mobile now compared to what it was back then?
It's a lot different because I guess when I was younger, we were on the streets a lot. It was a lot of stuff, but we kind of just ran freely. We did what we wanted to do. We're more cautious as parents versus to how our parents raised us. So that makes a big difference.
You think we're more cautious now?
Yeah, we are, in my opinion, because we don't really let our kids do what our parents let us do. As far as like staying out late and, we was right around the corner. We start 2, 3 in the morning. We ain't gonna let our children do that.
Because we maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie, no, mine hang out pretty late. Not by choice. I mean, they are out the house now, but I know mine definitely hung out later than I did.
Yeah, my oldest boy, he gets out. He's in the Kappa League at home. He goes to Baker, so he stays out pretty late.
I always think back because I did grow up in New York. I moved here when I was like 15 years old, and I wasn't afraid to walk around New York at all, like dark streets, alleys, all by myself, and not be scared. And I would never do it. Definitely wouldn't allow one of my children to do what I did back then. Things are different everywhere.
Yeah. In New York, I went back in 2016. They got a lot of cameras in the city because a lot of people get away with murders and stuff. Because it's such a big city, it's a lot of duck-off alleys. So
So what we doing right now?
Just chopping up onions. Finna cut up the whole of Trinity. Onions, bell peppers, and celery.
And you already put some bay leaves in there, right?
I just put bay leaves in there. I added the stock in first. Just put bay leaves in there.
And your stock, you said, came from the chicken?
Yep, I boiled chicken, some crab shells, shrimp heads, celery, bell peppers, onions, the stuff that I wasn't gonna use to cut in the gumbo. Put it and made stock out of it, made it real flavorful.
And then just drain all that stuff out of it.
Strained it real good, let it cool down till I got here. Because like I said, if I would have made everything on site, we'd be here all night probably.
Okay. So it's always a question when or it's always on the news, like if something happens, they're asking about the household. Did you grow up with your dad in the household?
No, my dad died when I was 3 years old. Okay. And the only memory I have of my dad is him being in the casket. I don't remember anything else before that, and I can't have anything else like that because he was gone. Mm-hmm. So I was like 3 years old, and that's the only thing I remember when I was 3. So my mom was holding me, and he was in the casket.
You grew up in the home. Your mom raised you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
A strong lady, though.
Mm-hmm. How important do you think it is for a dad to be in
I think it's very vital because growing up as a young man, you're trying to find yourself. And a lot of answers you have nobody to turn to. So being in a single mom household, it has its perks. But I think everybody needs their father.
Because there's that age-old question: Can a woman raise?
I think they can, but I guess it all depends on what that person wants to be. So you have to want to be a man. Can't nobody make you be a man.
And they always lead us to believe. I was so shocked when I started because if you guys don't already know, I'm a nurse practitioner, and when I started seeing patients, I was shocked to see the amount of white people who grow up without. How many of them just did not know? Like, oh yeah, I never met my father.
Yeah,
they will lead you to believe that most of that only happens in our community, but it's not. It's not the truth.
Yeah, like I said, I wish I would have had some type of relationship with my dad, but fortunate train of events. I just had to figure things out on my own. What I'm doing now, I figured it out. Working on cars, I figured it out. Building stuff, I figured it out. I figured out a lot of stuff, man. And it would have been nice to have some guidance from a male authoritative figure.
So then you agree that it's important for, as a community, knowing that a lot of children don't have a dad in the home, for men to get out and be more active in the community.
Most definitely, because it sets a tone. Your mom can only do so much, so you need that male figure.
Okay. So have you ever had any struggles with mental health, depression, or anxiety, or anything like that?
Nah, little relationship problem, but nothing major, nothing that I couldn't overcome.
You have any views on therapy if it's needed?
I feel like if you feel like you need therapy, I think you should seek help because it's hard trying to find people to talk to and release properly, because that comes with a lot of mental struggles. You can't release properly, and so everybody needs somebody to talk to. You can't hold it in; it'll kill you. You gotta let it out. And if a therapist is the step to go and the way to go, I say go for it. Okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
All right, so right now we're cutting up. How did you learn how to do that? Because I still be trying to do that, and I can't really make my knife.
Well, it's all about the knife. The tip is pretty much the guy. You never let your tip leave the cutting board. I cut with the back of my knife.
So it's just like a rowing action.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah, I've tried it a few times. It don't never work.
Yeah, you let that tip leave the cutting board, you liable to cut your finger.
Take holding the camera so you can show us how to cut with the knife. Because I'm interested. So we got some bell pepper, onions, and celery, and that is the Holy Trinity. You don't ever use frozen?
I will if I don't feel like cutting.
I don't like it. To me, it just feels watery. It tastes water. I don't like the frozen kind. I'd rather cut them up myself.
I will. If I just absolutely don't feel like cutting, I will. I ain't finna see how lie will, but it doesn't take away from the quality of what you mixing up. In my opinion, it has to be that terrible of a dish to be able to tell the difference. Because I think the last gumbo I made, it had
And the frozen
vegetables.
vegetables in it. All right, so here we go. Y'all getting that knife action right there? Look at that. You ever lost a fingertip?
Yesterday. Yesterday.
Y'all see that? Okay, let's get into it. Yeah, chopper. One of those little chopper things.
Food processor.
Food processor. That's what I use. Because no, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And so, how long do we have to let this cook down?
I'm gonna let it get to a good rolling boil. And while it's getting up to that, I'm gonna start cutting up a sausage and stuff.
Okay.
And let it get where it need to be. When I get my sausage to where it need to be, I start adding in little ingredients, but it's all a process.
So my next question kind of slipped my mind. But what are some things that you think as a community we could do to help kind of curb some of the violence that what do you think is missing? Why do you think these kids are off the chain right
Structure. Structure. And things to do.
Like what kind of things should they do?
Just something to keep them busy. They said the idle mind's the devil workshop.
Amen. I believe it.
So, keep them busy and occupied with positivity. Like I said, there's so many influences out here, and you can only guide them but so much. They just gotta, like I said, have household morals and knowing what's right or what's wrong and what's understood and what's not. Like I said, even though I grew up in a single mother household, mama ain't play, and I was more scared of her than anything. So it just was what it is. This is gumbo filet.
Gumbo filet? You buy that from the store? You make it?
Buy it from the store. Gumbo filet. Okay. And you just gotta. I think we need more activities and more things to do. Like I said, my son, he's in the Kappa League, so more positive role models versus everybody trying to be, an image.
Any other organizations you can think of besides? I know Dominique,
Dominique
Hastings
has. I forgot what's the name of his.
But he has the name of Dominique's
I think his is called BOYZ, isn't it? Yeah, I think so.
Whenever I figure out what some more links are, I'll make sure I'll come back later and drop those in the comments. And if you know anybody that has any organizations out there for young men that are helping lead them, guide them to become, from being a boy to a man, it's important. And so we do want to drop some of those gems on everybody. How about education? What are your views on education?
It's very important. It's very vital. It's the basic fundamentals that you need to be successful in this world. College is not, in my opinion, what it used to be. So
what you mean?
They made it seem like you just had to have a college degree to be successful. And that's not the case nowadays. You could make videos on TikTok and be famous, So
play video games.
Yeah, all that type of stuff. So college, saying being knowledgeable of your schoolwork and, like I said, basic necessities, me reading, math.
You definitely the high school diploma.
You most definitely the high school diploma.
The education can come in like more than one way. You can have on the job training. You can have technical training, vocational, whatever you call it, military training. I do think it's important to recognize, especially before you put them in school and let them be miserable and spend a whole lot of money, that college is not for everybody. So, and maybe, maybe it's not for them when they first graduate from high school. Maybe at a later date, it'll be. I know I wasted a lot of money in the beginning, going to school, quitting school, going to school, quitting school. And I was in my 30s when I finally went back to school and finished. So yeah, college is definitely not for everybody. Knowledge comes all along the way in so many different aspects.
Right. So, life teaches you.
Mm-hmm.
It'll beat you up or pick you up.
So I agree with that. And there are also like mentorship programs, like maybe a Chef Big A.
Well, most definitely. I work. I don't. I'm not. I like the kids, but I'm not.
Another kid person.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it because I got enough of them.
I listen.
So
I'm not a big kid person either. But when I talk to them, I
yeah,
don't
they're
mind
funny.
talking to them. Mm-hmm.
They're very funny, man. Those are some
And smart.
They're
And
very
smart.
smart.
Kids are so much further ahead than we were back then. They're very knowledgeable.
Well, the technology is different. I was born in the '80s, so I grew up in the '90s, pretty much. So technology is a lot different from what it used to be.
Okay.
So the first cell phone that was out, we were coming up had an antenna this long. So
We went from those phones to then we got Nokias.
yeah, the
Nokias,
Nokias,
those was
the Blackberries.
them Blackberries. Biz got a comment. I can't see though. I ain't got my glasses on. Don't wait for them to say we ain't cleaning up tonight, Biz.
She did cut it out till I got her.
We got you. We gonna clean up. We ain't gonna leave no food on the floor, so you can come fussing tomorrow about it. Don't text me tomorrow talking about you found a piece of green bell pepper on the floor. Yeah, he just dropped the sausage.
Right.
All right, so we got some sausages. So okay, you got to cook the sausage first.
I'm gonna throw it in the pot
and just let them boil.
Let it extract some of that flavor within the stock that's already going on.
All right, so we're extracting flavor within the stock. I hope y'all can hear me over there on TikTok. Hey, everybody. I wish I could monitor those comments too, but I haven't really figured that out yet. So we are cooking tonight with Chef Big A down here in Mobile, Alabama, and talking about the transition from BOYZ to men. For those of you who are following from other states and maybe even other countries, we do have a pretty significant crime rate down here.
I think last time I checked, it was like within the top 5.
At one time they were saying it was number 1 over here.
It was. It was.
So we're just trying to figure out. And I originally, when I started Journey with Trish, the podcast, or Journey with Trish, period, it was geared towards women, and I just kept thinking about the fact that we got on here all the time, and we talked about men all the time, but we never brought men on here to have a voice, And like recently, in the past few weeks, I've been asking a lot of questions on Facebook. And the difference in the views that women have about men versus what men really have about the way they are like drastically different. And I'm like, wow. So have you seen any of the questions I've asked?
I think the last one you asked was, can a good man cheat?
Yes. So let's get into it. Hold on. Need some water. Yes. Answer that question, because there's so many to me, everybody has a different definition of what a good man is.
Yes, it's most definitely a definition of what a good man is, and it's just what you make them out to be.
So what is your definition of a good man?
Pretty much a man that handles business. You smell it. Smell it through the phone.
Smells so good, y'all.
Pretty much a man that just handles business, take care of his children, make sure, a man always, in my opinion, a man always puts himself last. And that's what a lot of women say too, but everybody has their different eyesight view on how they view things. So, we worry about the well-being of others and making sure everyone's safe and, making sure we're providing, making sure we're protecting, making sure, X, Y, Z, making sure we're the best friend, making sure we're this, making sure we're that. It's a lot.
And I don't want anybody, please don't get the impression that I think that cheating is okay, because I absolutely do not think it's okay. I do not want to be cheated on. However, it's just weird to me how we can think that somebody who does all of those things is a good man, right?
Yeah.
And we praise them and praise them and praise them. And then we mess around and find out that they cheated.
Correct.
And then all of a sudden they are no longer a good man anymore. They the scum of the earth. I can't believe he did that. Oh my gosh. Like I get the emotional part of it when it happens, but it's like even the people are not even the people that he like the person that he cheated on, but other people begin to like just downgrade him and you just forget. So does that one
that he did,
yeah does that one offense, like you say, undermine everything noble that he's done? I would love somebody for a woman to comment on that. Tell me what you think about
I'm
as far as whether
like
a good man can cheat.
You go out here to minister to kill somebody, they're gonna give you life. So, first offense, you got to make it your best or your worst.
So you got to make the first cheating offense your best or your worst.
You better not get caught. You better not get caught. That's all I can say. You get caught because, like I said, if you go out here and murder and kill somebody right now, they're gonna give you time. So it's not that extreme, but
you do. But maybe let's not just go straight to murder. Like let's just talk about a crime where maybe your first offense you're gonna get this many years, and then like you get to
and it just depends on what the woman's been through as well. So some people just not gonna tolerate nothing, and some women will tolerate. It just it's all about, I guess, some people are sucker for love, if that makes sense.
I mean, I don't know, no, because women cheat too.
True.
They're pretty good at it.
They are.
Pretty good at it. And I was talking to my daughter the other day, like it's the craziest thing. A woman can be cheating every day, all day, every day for years, right? And man, she messed around and found out her husband is cheating too. And oh my gosh, it's like she had never done nothing. But men do the same thing though. Do the same thing. So what's good for the goose
got to be good for the gander.
Both of them. I'm just saying. Let's see. What other questions did I ask on Facebook as far as men? That was my favorite question because I really wanted to. What's
crab ball? Liquid crab ball, just to give it a little kick.
And how much of that you gonna put in there?
Not much. It don't take much at all because I already had some Zatarain's powder crab ball, some Tony's that got cayenne pepper in it. That already has a little heat element to it, so I don't want to put too much of it, just enough to hit on the backside of the throat.
So it's spicy too. The crab oil is the liquid is spicy.
Most definitely, that's the hottest thing over there.
Okay.
It's hotter than the firecracker.
What did we miss? Anything you put in there already? We need to let them know what it was.
I put Tony's, I put onion powder, garlic powder, minced garlic, Zatarain's crab ball, Old Bay, some oregano.
And it smells really, really good, y'all. What's in it? Is that Goya garlic?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It's just the first brand that I seen and I picked it up.
It's really the best.
Is it?
It really is the best. Yeah. It really is the best. Goya. Not garlic, garlic. Thanks, some garlic. All right. So you gotta let that simmer down for like how long?
It's heating up. So it shouldn't be too long before it starts. Boy, I let the sausages cook for a minute and I start adding more stuff to it and thicken it up.
What you gonna thicken it up with?
The roux.
So will all that roux go inside of it?
No, it's gonna make it too thick. Probably maybe 3/4 of it.
You want to tell them how to make the roux?
Just pretty much flour and oil on a medium heat. Stir it every so often until it gets to the color that you want. Once it starts kind of bubbling and smoky, you want to stir it more rapidly so it doesn't scorch. Once it's scorched, you got to throw it away because it's gonna mess up your whole gumbo. So until it gets to the I like a chocolate roux versus more a lighter roux. To me, it gives like a different depth of flavor.
Okay. Now, we got hypertension is very, very serious in our community.
I got it.
So, are there some ways like to make a less hypertension-ish gumbo?
The only thing you can do is go lighter on the seasons. But like I said, when you start with the roux, that's flour and oil. It start off with clogged up arteries. So
no way around it.
It's no way around it.
Have you ever tried to make it with like olive oil or something?
No, I always use canola or vegetable.
Let's try it one day. Let's try to make some light
canola
gumbo.
Canola oil has a very distinctive taste to it, and I'll try it.
Yeah, let's just try it one day. olive oil, and don't they got a light Old Bay seasoning? Too?
I mean, Old Bay doesn't really have any sodium in it anyway.
Oh.
I mean,
just try this. Olive oil is good for your arteries.
Gonna make me lose all my customers.
No, we're just gonna. If it don't work, but don't taste good, we won't. Put it on the market. But we might be the first one. That might be your thing. We shouldn't even set it on here.
Yeah, what they gonna say? Man, Big A, that nasty gumbo, man. They talk about it, go. They hype. What they say? Hype everything. Go.
I told you we're gonna cook together one day because I can cook. I don't enjoy it anymore because I have arthritis in my neck.
Really?
So I don't enjoy it as much as. But I can't cook no gumbo.
Yeah, the ergonomics of this table is a little low for my center of gravity.
For your center of gravity, but it's not gonna affect the food.
No.
Okay, very good, very good. Because we're gonna tear that up tonight. It's gonna be very good. All right, so see what it's looking like. I'm gonna put it on the camera. Let y'all see what the gumbo is looking like. And it's cooking on high. Now, high is probably not the same as what a high would be at home.
Right.
Because we're cooking on a hot plate. All right, other guests coming in the door. We got Chef JJ and Pep coming in the door. Okay. All right, so it's hard with a sport. It's coming out it's good. It's good. Well, where's don't I supposed to try too? Oh. Hey y'all.
What's going on?
Let me see.
That's spicy. What's it cooking?
Oh God, you're not saying. It is spicy, but it's good. Right over here. Hey JJ, you was sleeping? You supposed to be coming to cook. You gonna wake up and cook? You wanna go wash your hands? Or you don't want to cook tonight? You just want to sit here. That's a school night, huh?
Sure is.
I didn't really think that out. Well, at least come say hi to the camera. He's like, what are y'all doing? I'm supposed to be in the bed. Come over here and say hi to the camera, and then I'm gonna just let you take a nap on camera and tell you all about how good you cooked. Stand right here. Look right there. See if I can see you. You gotta come over and look. Might have to pick you up a little bit. You see him? It's good. It's like a little delay. You're gonna see this Chef JJ.
What's going on, little buddy?
It's Chef Big A.
He is out of it.
Say hi. Hi. There you go. See the camera? Please look at yourself on TV. Yourself on. He's like, yeah. Okay. You don't want to cook tonight? You had a rough day at school today? No. Once he out, we're gonna have to have a morning time pancake and sausage show for you, okay? You wanna go lay down? All right. You can go sit back down. Let you find your daddy a spot, I guess. So Jonathan, we are talking about. Let me move over so we can see you too. Okay. So we have Jonathan Wesley, who is my son-in-law, actually, joining us tonight for our conversation. Jonathan, do you like to cook too?
Yeah, when I got the time.
What can you cook?
Cook pretty much anything. I like the grill though.
Do you grill a lot of time?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So we're talking about I didn't get to ask you because my fault. Sorry, I made you late. So I don't really know if there's any topics that are off limits, but we've been talking about things like parenting and how hard it is to parent. So you, I know you have Marshawn, who is, how's Marshawn now, 16? 15. So you got your bonus son, Marshawn, who's 16, and then you got two younger boys. Knowing what the crime rate is in Mobile, and then Baltimore County over there in Foley have been getting kind of about it recently too.
Nah, not really.
Not really?
We in Mobile.
Oh, you're definitely Bone Count is definitely not Mobile. We're not claiming that. We're not gonna claim that. But is it like as far as like police brutality and the crime rate, like what are your fears as a parent?
My fears is not having my kids prepared. You know, like we shield them from so much. Like when they get out in the world, they be lost. Like I was a lost person, so I had to learn myself. So I, I'm trying my best not to have my kids lost. You know, like I get in scenarios. You know, we run it down like what's going on, and we let them see that we don't hide our kids from nothing. 'Cause we was hid from that, you know. So, and I ain't know about stuff like that, so I was older. So,
And it's hard to find. Well, I think it's hard to find balance between not showing them too much and not showing them enough.
yeah,
Because you
yeah,
can put some. You don't want to like have them so scared and fear when they are old enough to go somewhere and do something. They too scared to do it. Then you dealing with a child that's like a recluse, anxiety. So how do you keep it balanced? Like how you determine what to show them and what not to show them?
I mean, these days and times, I mean, internet raising our kids,
A
so
lot of influence.
you know, like you still got to talk to your kids. Your kids see all this stuff on YouTube and stuff, and you know they come question you about it, but I'm the type of person. Once my kids question me about something, like they open that door, like
Mm-hmm.
so I'm not gonna shield them away with what they asked for, you know. But
Because we got when we asked, it was like, go put that down.
yeah,
Stop watching that.
yeah.
You don't need to know.
And then you know that make you more. That make a kid wanna know about it more, you know. So I mean, world just different, man. It's very different. It ain't the same world I came up in. So I can only imagine it being not being the same world y'all came up in. You know, it's just you don't see mom and pops no more. You know, it's just people ain't raising kids no more. You know, they just give them something to
Keep them entertained.
yeah, entertainment is.
Okay. So like TikTok and the video games, they definitely don't go outside.
No.
Like I don't care. It was a heat wave today. It was hot,
It's terrible.
but we would have still wanted to go outside.
I don't think
And
it's the
then
same heat we played.
It's not.
You don't think it's the same?
Global warming is real.
Global warming is
It
real.
is. It's
It was
really
still
real.
pretty hot back then,
It was,
though.
I was watching the news and New Orleans that broke records from being in triple digits for like 5 or 6 days in a row.
It's hot. I was so glad to see some rain today, and then it
Yeah.
didn't last long.
It's
So,
long enough.
it lasted long enough. We need some more rain, though. I hope it rain tomorrow too. It used to but let's not say that because last year it rained every day last summer, and it rains, and summer wouldn't leave either. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
it didn't get cool outside to what like
We
November.
had like 3 days of winter.
Yeah,
So I'm going out of town for winter this year, man.
it was quite a season last year. All right, so we got it smelling good over here. What we doing with this? What's that? What is,
Well, I already pre-bought my rice, so
what's this?
that's a strain. That's a colander.
Ah,
Try to see if I know what it is. It's a colander.
that is a colander. That's a
That's
colander.
It's because it's a rice strain, or you can use it for pasta, or whatever. But I'm just I put some water at the bottom,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna reheat my rice with it because I already pre-boiled it before I got here.
Oh, so the steam you gonna reheat it while this? Oh, okay, similar now. I
Keep our food hot and fresh.
Yeah, but I never saw anybody rewarm rice like that.
Steam, yeah.
I usually just put it a little water back in the pot and then like rewarm the whole pot. But that
Best
seems
way, in my opinion, to do it is in the microwave and just cover it like a
With
napkin or something. It'll steam itself.
Okay. Tell the people how to cook rice. How do you cook rice? Because I know I have. I finally figured out a recipe to make it easier so I can teach my children.
Well, what I do is I fill my pot with water first, and I get it to a rolling boil, and I add my rice to it, Some people let their rice cook with their water. I don't do that. But I let my rice cook and I get it to the desired texture I want. Some people like rice with a little more texture. Some people like their rice real soft. Some people like their rice fluffy.
So do you have to drain your rice afterwards? Or
Most definitely. So you rinse it first, boil it, rinse it again, rinse it. As much as you get all that starch out of it.
But I mean, when you're done cooking it, is all the water gone, or you still got to drain your rice?
I still dry. I always put extra water in my rice.
Yeah, so you don't know how to cook rice either.
I don't prefer that method. I know what you. Yeah, I know the 1-to-2 ratio.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I know that ratio, the 1-to-2 ratio. I don't use it.
Okay, so
because I guess because I cook it in such large batches. I'm cooking 25, 30 pounds of rice at a time.
So can you cook jambalaya?
Correct. Yeah. Now I use it for that. Yeah, I have to use it for that.
Because you can't. So yeah, that's what they need to know. Because if you cook in jambalaya or something like that, you can't really drain.
Yeah, and for jambalaya, you want to use parboiled rice versus white rice. Okay. It's not gonna come out the same.
Okay. I was gonna say something, but I forgot. All right. So anyway, you just finished school.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I didn't even know you were in school. So tell me about going back to school and why that was important. Like, what made you go in?
I always wanted to go to school. Like I had a chance to go to school, but it just didn't. It wasn't the right time, and so I didn't go.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, man, working 40, 50 hours a week and doing school, man, that's a grind.
That's a bit much.
But you did it.
Yeah, I did it.
So what was that feeling like? How old are you?
33.
So how old? And you were 33 or 32 when you graduated?
32.
So how was that feeling to get your degree?
It was a great feeling. Like I'm going back. I got probably about 32 more hours for my bachelor's.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on a break right now.
And then you're gonna go back. Okay, take your time. It took me a minute. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm gonna go and get my doctorates. It's got to be worth it to me though. And
worth it. Our education is worth it.
No. So let's talk about that then, because I don't agree that all education is worth it. I think if you are sending, listen now, because if you're going to school to pay all that money to get a degree, it needs to be a degree that's going to pay for itself,
Well, you knew that from the get-go.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just don't agree with going to school just to say, This is me. I'm not going to say I went to school to get a degree just to say I got a degree. Like right now, when I went to get my master's, right? If I was going to go get my master's, I wasn't going to just get a master's in nursing just to say I got a master's in nursing. It was going to have to be a master's in nursing. I was going to be able to pay for that master's in nursing degree. And so that's how I ended up with a nurse practitioner. Like when I got my I got my associates as an RN. And then for me to go back to school to get a bachelor's so they can pay me 50 more cents an hour didn't make any sense to me. See? Because it costs a lot of money just for that 50 cents. Like, when am I actually going to pay back this loan with this 50 cents y'all giving me? So the only reason I went back to get my bachelor's was because I knew I was going to also get my master's and then as a nurse practitioner. So it was worth it. So I don't like we were just talking about that, like forcing children to go to school just to say they went to school, but now they got a degree that they can't do anything with.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, so I just think know what you want to do, and know what you want to do with it, and if it's going to be worth it. Or even the school, like if you are going to go and get a master's degree, and you want to do something that's going to not make you a whole lot of money, okay, well, let's at least go to a reasonably priced school. I'm not going all the way to Yale and pay Yale money to go to school just to say I have a Yale degree when there's all these local schools around here that do the same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. So what we got going on now over here?
Oh, nothing. Reaching to the top of the pot.
Reaching to the top of the pot?
Reaching to the top of the pot.
I'm not reaching into the top of that pot.
I'm talking about the pot reaching to the top of the pot.
Oh.
The gumbo's reaching to the top.
And so now you're getting ready to pour in
some roux.
We got cilantro over there.
That's parsley, just for
That's
garnishment.
parsley.
No cilantro for
No cilantro for
not
gumbo?
for gumbo. No,
How you tell the difference when you look at a parsley versus a cilantro?
it'll have it labeled. It's kind of hard to. You can smell the difference, but they kind of look the same. They kind of look the same.
Can you make gumbo?
No.
Me either.
I taught myself how to make gumbo offshore.
Can I cook?
And my
No.
You can tell him.
my first
Tell
pot
him.
of gumbo, my first pot of gumbo was like a 20-gallon pot.
Trish, you spoiled me with the meatballs. It didn't make no more sense.
Because they don't have a store, and by the time I remember to go get this special meatball sauce, it's too late. I'm gonna make sure we have some for Thanksgiving this year. I tried to create my own. But you didn't like the ones I made for your housewarming? It wasn't as good. I know they wasn't. They
It
wasn't
was
the same.
good. I didn't know you even made them.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
made
even
them.
know you made them.
All right, so now it's getting thick. Yeah, technically to show it now was getting thick. Now it looks really, really good. I wish y'all could see it. All right, so we had the chicken stock that he made with putting everything in there. He put the shrimp shells, shrimp heads,
Crab legs,
crab legs,
onions, celery, bell peppers, latonis.
all that in the chicken stock.
Mhm.
I mean, in the stock, and you boil the chicken in that, and then you use all that so it have flavor. Then you strain out all of that stuff, and you got your chicken stock. And then you just start putting all the seasoning, put everything in there. Now that's the rest of the broth, gumbo fowl, all that stuff, and Holy Trinity, Tony's, and so you add the roux last.
Yeah. Look, shell I miss. If I was at home, well, by me making large batches of it, that's how I cook it because I don't want to scorch my pot. Like I said, I make 25 gallons at a time, and it's hard to build it up when you're starting off thick because you're gonna burn it. You're gonna burn it. So I always add the roux last. That way I don't risk burning my pot because that's a lot of money I have to throw away.
So what you said earlier was something we talked about the last time you here when we were talking about, all different restaurants and stuff like that and visiting different restaurants. When I was picking at you about rice, right? So you said something that made me think about it. When we go out and we do these reviews on restaurants, I go out to the brand new BOYZ restaurant and Jonathan like, oh, you been to BOYZ? New spot? I'm like, yeah, it wasn't that great though. I ain't really like it. And what you said was you can't go to these different restaurants looking for food that tastes like
what you would expect or what you would make.
Yeah, because everybody makes their food differently.
Everybody has a different taste palette.
Yeah. So that kind of really made me not be as critical at different restaurants. I'm not big at all on cinnamon. So if I went somewhere and they had something that had a lot of cinnamon, like a sweet potato pie with cinnamon, I'm probably not gonna like it. Doesn't mean like if you love cinnamon, I mean you're not gonna like it. So it's just a different palate. Doesn't mean it's not good. It's just not what you
like.
Yeah. So stop tearing up these restaurants because you don't like their macaroni and cheese. You might love the rice, the jambalaya or something like that. That looks good. Oh my gosh, that looked good. You put okra in there now.
Yeah, the okra. I put that in a minute ago. Finna add the shrimp. Hopefully my pot don't overflow.
Yeah, we ain't bring us to go plates.
I got some bowls for y'all.
Y'all see that? Real good. That looks very, very good. So I'm trying to think of some more questions that we asked earlier before you on the table. Before you got here, Jonathan.
Don't see JJ.
JJ is Chef JJ is here. He said it's past his bedtime. If y'all want him to come cook, y'all have to do it during normal business hours. Because he is not with it tonight. He's tired. He had a long day at school. I really wasn't. I didn't think that. I didn't think that through. You up? You want to come over here? Come on. The people looking for you.
No, you gotta come this way.
Might have scoop some of this old field the pack.
I want you to come tell everybody. I gotta ask you some questions. You're gonna see yourself on the camera in just a minute. See if your face is gonna be up high enough. Think you're gonna come up now? You know. So JJ, tell me why do you like cooking so much? How long you been cooking? You don't know.
No.
Put the mic down a little
How long
bit.
your mama been cooking? How long your mama been cooking?
For the past 2 years.
The past 2 years. So what made you start liking why do you like cooking so much?
Cause you let me mix it up, put it in the pots.
Mm-hmm.
Even let me put the water in it.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
Chicken and rice.
Chicken and rice? Is that what you cook best too? Or is it just your favorite?
It's my favorite.
It's your favorite? That's the easiest thing to cook. If you're in a hurry and you got to go to school in the morning time, what's your favorite breakfast?
Pancakes.
Pancakes. Listen, you're going to have to come cook some pancakes with honey one day, okay? Nobody in the world can make pancakes like me. I promise you that. Put some money on it.
Oh, no. Dad got you beat.
On pancakes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're going to have to see. Me and your dad going to have a battle. A pancake battle.
Who you got?
Judge?
I got daddy.
Of course you got your daddy, but you're going to see. Yeah, it's all right if you lie to him and tell him. I don't want you to hurt his feelings. Do you ever put anything in your pancakes?
Syrup.
Syrup? No, like ever berries or pecans or anything like that? No. Yeah, not me either. I ain't really, but are you a brownie person? You ever make brownies and cookies?
Well, I like chocolate.
Chocolate, what?
I like chocolate brownie too.
Chocolate brownie soup? Ice cream with it?
I don't like ice cream with it, but I like my ice cream.
Have you ever tried it with ice cream?
No.
Listen, let me tell you. I make the best brownie a la mode. This is the simplest recipe you can make. You ready? Don't give this recipe away to nobody, okay? Okay? You go to the store. You get you a box of Little Debbie Cosmic Brownies. Put them in a bowl. Put your brownie in a bowl. Put it in the microwave for like 25, 30 seconds. Real quick. Take it out because it'll burn, okay? Get your scoop of ice cream vanilla. Put it on top. Get some whipped cream. Put it on there. Best brownie a la mode you could ever have. That's our secret. Don't tell nobody else that recipe.
Okay.
Okay? Are you a cobbler person? What kind of cobbler?
Good cobbler.
Good cobbler? Like peach cobbler or apple cobbler, blueberry cobbler, blackberry cobbler?
I have little bites in the car.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you who makes something really, really good. And I need you to work this out for me, okay? I need you to make this happen. Your grandma Christine can make some really good chicken salad. And I need you to make sure that I get some like once a month. Can you make that happen? You got that kind of pull?
I tell my mom.
Say, Mama, I told her it didn't work. I ain't got none yet. But you got that kind of pull, right? Once a month. By the 10th.
I'm going to tell her right now.
Tell her right now. Tell her, look at her. Tell Mom.
Mama, her say, can you give her
Chicken salad.
chicken salad
Every month.
every month
By the 10th.
at the 10th?
And bring the croissants too.
The cunt too.
How is school going? What grade you in now?
First grade.
How is it being in the first grade?
Good.
Good. Hey, what's your teacher's name?
Rochelle. It's SHERR. Oh, I,
You remember how to spell your teacher's name? That's pretty good.
You haven't been in school for days.
I know. I'm just be trying to remember how to spell my own name, not my teacher name. So you've done pretty good. So what you want to be when you grow up? You think so far?
cop.
You want to be a cop? What made you want to be a cop? Did you know he wanted to be a cop?
Yeah.
You knew?
Yeah.
I thought we was going to say. So you gonna be a cooking cop?
My son
A
said
chef
the same thing. He said he want to be a police. I said, why? So you know you got to risk your life.
You want to be a cop? Why? What?
I put it on my photo too. It said cop.
Okay, want to be a cop. Wow. Okay, well, you know you can be whatever you want to be, so.
That's right.
All right. Okay. Well, your daddy's already talking about sending you to school, so we'll go major in criminal justice, right? Send you on over there to the police academy. You're gonna be a cop there. I don't want you to stop though until you reach what's the highest rank?
Lieutenant, man. Something like that.
Lieutenant, major, something. So you got to go all the way, right? Whatever you do, you got to be the best at it. We don't stop. We just keep going.
They got donuts.
They got
The biggest perk.
They got donuts. You going for the donuts? Just make sure if they did not give you those donuts, you don't take them. People don't be like the man putting his one cop like stuck his baton through the window and stole a donut out the window. Don't take the people donuts if they don't give them to you, okay?
Well, I'm just gonna eat them.
Just gonna eat the donuts. Okay. You got to be able to run. So you can't be gaining a bunch of weight. Then you're gonna be able to run and chase the bad guys.
Well, I'm getting me a motorcycle to chase them.
Oh, okay. So you smart. You real smart. All right. So you're gonna be a chef, and you're gonna be a cop.
Chef cop.
Okay. Okay. How many brothers do you have?
2.
You wanna tell them how?
My brother and my brother.
What's their name? Tell them, hey.
Sean and Gio.
Okay.
You gonna tell your mama how?
Hi, Mama.
Say, hey, mom.
Hey, Mama.
I'm going to Disney World. All right. So Chef Big A is over here. Look at those shrimp. You see those big old shrimp? You like gumbo?
Gumbo.
Have you ever
You like
had gumbo?
shrimp? You like shrimp?
Yeah, I like shrimp.
Have you ever had gumbo?
No.
You like spicy food?
I like Takis.
You eat Takis? Have you ever had a Taki one chip?
I want Claris.
You had one. You had what?
One at Claris.
Yeah, like the real one that come in the one chip challenge.
The blue.
Oh, I was gonna say
the blue Takis.
The blue Takis. Well, then you like spicy food. I ain't messing with no Takis. Those are hot. All right, what we got going on over here?
Then it's something let the flavors develop a little bit.
Let the flavors develop. So we're gonna be a chef. You gotta say stuff like let the flavors develop a little bit, and then you gotta go like that to smell it. You gotta
catch that aroma in the air.
Yeah, that's that aroma in the air. All right. So Jonathan, you got 3 boys raising up 3 black boys. So you want to be a cop? How have you ever? Do you know your resource officer at school?
No, but they gonna be my friends.
The resource officer the cops are gonna be your friends. That's right, because cops they should be here to protect us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we shouldn't have to be scared of them, right?
Get my
I'm gonna
Oreo
get my
cookie.
Christian.
Huh?
Arena screen. Get my baby his Oreo cookie.
Is that your papa saying something on there? Give me some Oreo cookies. See, Papa say, "Hey, Papa."
Hey, Papa.
So you should have a good relationship. So your school has a resource officer. They all do, usually hanging out at the office doing not a whole lot. So you got to make sure you tell them what's up.
Chilling on the table.
Chilling on the tables. They don't do a whole lot. At your school, for real.
Eat their donut.
Eating a donut. So that's what y'all doing over there at Foley Elementary School, chilling at the tables, eating donuts.
No, I was saying about the cop.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what we paying the cops to do at the schools.
No.
Chill at the table, eat donuts. Y'all heard it here first. Y'all heard it here first.
The easy money.
Especially at the elementary school. That's a good job. So, that's probably not a good question for you. You got any questions for me or Chef Big A about cooking?
Well, we cook a lot too. We just cooked. We just cooked. We cooked. Daddy. It looked like lion. It looked like a lion.
A lion.
A cheetah.
You cooked something that looked like a cheetah?
It it might have been a live. I don't know what it is.
Oh, I don't know if you cooked that was like your mama be cooking a lot of stuff trying to making me look real bad over there because I don't cook. So I'll be hoping your papa stop over there every once in a while and get him a plate because he be looking real good. Your mama cook good food?
Her cooked some the red things.
The red things?
Red things.
The red things. I don't remember what it is. And
The red things.
We ate them.
Red things. Oh no, you have to remember and tell me what those are. Oh, we missed it. Where's your little bowl? You made that little.
Oh, my little ramekin bowl. Real.
What do you call that?
Ramekin bowl.
And that's what they use to do rice like
Yeah,
that
just
in
a
the
little
restaurant?
bowl. Just a little bowl to mold it.
To make it. You see how he made his nice rice nice and pretty?
Look. See how he made his rice? Look like the cook.
It looked like a cookie.
No, it don't.
It do.
It's tall.
Crabs going
like
last.
It looks like a circle.
Put it over this heat and steam it real quick.
Oh, I thought you just
That's my favorite thing.
crab. You like crabs? Me too. That's what you had for your birthday this year, right?
I don't know. They didn't tell me.
They didn't tell you?
Yeah, crawfish and them. Crawfish
Oh,
and
it's
crabs and
crawfish?
stuff.
Crawfish.
Yeah, but then somebody else ate it. The whole table ate it.
It was good.
All right, let's go into this plate.
All right, so that's what you call it when you put it on the plate, okay? Because I didn't know that. You call it plating. Okay? So next time you do your video, you gotta say, all right, Mal, let's get into this plating. Okay?
Is that shrimp?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. And okra and chicken and sausage and the Holy Trinity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, who's gonna eat all of that?
I can smell it.
I better figure it out though.
Oh my gosh. Jonathan, that must be your plate. Or tech plate or something. That's a lot of food. We still put food in there.
That's mine. That's mine right
That's
there.
your plate. I like those bowls though. Where you get those bowls from?
Walmart. Little nifty bowls.
Oh man, that is way too much food.
Presentation.
I'm gonna have that.
Every time I make a presentation, but I don't make
Mommy,
it to eat.
if you want
to,
some, we're gonna bring some for you.
Well, we might say that one for Krista because that's a lot of food. Hey, Krista.
She don't laugh.
Oh, showing your love. Hey, Krista.
She don't want on.
You want
napkin. Wipe the edge of my bowl.
Oh, because you got to wipe the edge around your bowl so it'll be nice and pretty, okay? Sleepy? What's your bedtime?
8:30.
8:30.
8:30.
You can go to sleep in the car. You can go to sleep in the car. Do you have any fears about anything, about going to school or anything? Anything bother you?
So we play, we do work, like numbers or glue stuff.
So you just enjoy school altogether, no problems at school. That's awesome. That's awesome. You get along with everybody at school?
Some people in the same class as me. So I have four people: Chloe, Valentina, Caleb. That's all.
Those are your close friends? Your
And
buddies?
Hannah.
And Hannah.
4.
Okay. By the time you get my age, it'll be down to like a half.
Probably none.
No.
Be none.
Facts.
The older you get, the less you have. The less you have. I don't remember what time it is. What time is it?
8:30.
8:30. So we've been on here about an hour. Y'all can't wait for y'all to see this. I thank y'all for joining us tonight on Journey with Trish, the podcast. I see Krista said something, but honey, I cannot see the screen.
She said, "That's my man."
So if you're watching on my page, Ihada Jimenez or Journey with Trish, this is Chef Big A. Most people follow his page as Alexander Austin. What's your name on TikTok?
I gotta change my name. It's Big A Bando 251.
Okay. So they can follow that for now. So you change it?
Yeah,
Okay.
most definitely.
So you change it. And then, of course, I am your girl, Miss Ihada Jimenez. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Journey with Trish on Facebook. And on TikTok, I am Miss EIMZHIJA. Hey, TikTok. My phone may be dead. I don't even know.
Squad.
And then there is Spotify. We'll be on Spotify. This episode will post tomorrow by 5 o'clock on Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. Tell all your friends about Journey with Trish. It's gonna be a great fall season. Last season was dope. We just started back in January and we've really grown. I really enjoy podcasting. So tell all your friends about us. Keep following us. Set your phones so you can set up your alerts. Tech got where's Tech? So he can come. I want him to show y'all what this plate looks like over here. Jonathan, you might have to go hold the camera up. Our producer, he took a little break. See if we can let y'all see what this plate looks like, because we finna get into it. The crabs. Yeah. And then you can see on the screen. See it? On the screen, if you can see it.
You just left it.
Look, let me. Hi. Oh, okay, yeah. Now go over a little bit. You see it? The bowl? I can't see it yet. Oh, I see it, but it's a delay, so.
Oh yeah, forget about that.
There we go. There we go. Oh my God, that's it right there. That looks amazing. Amazing.
It's
amazing.
gonna
There you
eat
go,
that.
right there.
It's gonna eat that.
Somebody finna tear that up. I know I'm going home with a crab. I know I'm going home with a crab.
Can I get one?
You good? We're gonna see. We're gonna share. All right, everybody. So I guess that's it. We talked a lot. We talked a little bit about a little bit of everything tonight. But most definitely, you got the recipe for gumbo. You know who to follow. Chef A Big A said it's gumbo.
Hey, JJ Squad.
JJ Squad. Shout out to JJ Squad. Light Squad. Don't forget to DJ check. What's any events coming up?
I got the Classic Man. I got Rich Boy this Thursday.
Rich Boy this Thursday
at Sideways.
At Sideways on Thursday.
R&B Picnic Sunday.
R&B Picnic Sunday over at Flavors.
Going up. Yeah. Fish fry style.
Classic Man.
Classic Man is coming. What's the Classic Man date?
September 30th.
Classic Man, September 30th. Reach out to DJ Tech, Dominique Baston, Rashad Nichols for tickets to Classic Man.
Cut it off. Yeah, cut it off.
You got anything you need me to tell them about other than?
Just like I said, make sure if they're gonna get a section for that R&B picnic, they go and get it now. It's like a few left. They're gonna be outside. Sun's gonna be out. Good, clean, fun. Premier DJs in the building. I'm on the back end. We're gonna do it.
And they need to follow you for gumbo. So you gonna be
Yeah,
gumbo?
my first day to Gumbo is gonna be September the 8th. I think that's a Friday or Saturday.
September the 8th, and I don't know. I think I might not be here. I think I'm gonna be out of town. But during one of those times, if y'all want me to bring some gumbo over to Baldwin County, I will make that happen. But thank y'all so much for following your girl and hanging out with us tonight, talking about going from boys to men and all the trials that our Black men go through and the fears that they face. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. I'm gonna go ahead and pray us out here and bless this food. So if all hearts and minds are clear, I wish y'all could have some, but you can't tonight. Father God, in the name of Jesus, God, we come to you right now as humbly as we know how. God, we thank you for bringing us together once again tonight. Thank you for clearing the weather up so we can make this happen. Thank you for traveling mercy. We ask you to bless the food and bless the cook. Bless the food for the consecration and for the nourishment of our body. And God, for every Black boy and every Black man that continues to walk the face of this earth, especially our cities here locally in Baldwin and Mobile counties. God, please continue to watch over them. God, please continue to protect them. God, clear their minds. God, we plead the blood of Jesus over each and every one of them. No weapon formed against them shall prosper. We speak life over them. We speak prosperity over them. We speak good health over every one of them. We will not give up on them. Satan, you cannot have them. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank y'all. We love y'all. God bless y'all. And good night. Man, who gonna eat that big old bowl?
Take it.